Yo, just gonna do just a little video. Basically just a little update of what's been going on. Obviously with Christmas and New Year and all that, I had a bit of a break, and it's been so bloody cold in here. I've had to give it 5 minutes, so starting to warm up a little bit. So I thought I'd try and get in here a bit. I think since the last video, I can't remember what I've done really. I have to have a watch over and see what I put into it. But I think I've already showed my little what the switches down here all wired in. So my ECU's gonna be mounted over there. So I built a little bracket for it on the back, so that just bolts through the other side. Put my kill switch here on the side. Just built a little unit for that. Better try and get the light a bit better. And this is my little. This is what I built for the switch panel for the indicators. And this has also got my horn on it and me dippers. And this is the bracket I built. I needed to put a bit of an angle on it, because otherwise it was going to hit the gear stick, because it is quite long. It's quite cool, so I can actually change gear while I'm yeah, I thought it was quite funny. What else? Still working on the battery connector, the battery box. I've got apologies for that, I accidentally cut the video. All my fuses and that are in show, so I can access them quite easily. I haven't actually got my battery with me, but it does turn over now, which is cool. But obviously there's nothing on it. Bear with me while I get out. I've kind of moved it over a bit at the moment, so I'm kind of in the middle. As you can see, I'm working with not a lot of space. Oh, here we go. That's it. So the reason I can't have the door open at the moment is someone actually pulled my door off and tried to nick my go-kart. So nothing for the car went missing, luckily. So I would have cried my bloody eyes out. But I'm also working on mounting the radiator. So roughly the position is going to be up a bit there. It's just a rough top mount. And then from here, I'm going to have just a rod going down to here, these two here. And then the hose is then in that gap there. So I'm going to have an L hose here, and then mount it all up. And I've taken the bottom bar off that's here, and I had to modify it so I could sit it lower. So that's where it's going to be mounted onto two rubber mounts. And I basically modified this, so this has now got a dip in it, and then that's going to have basically a rubber shoe for it to sit in. So I doubled that up, so that's now about 6mm. So that's all good. And also working on an alternator mount. So I've been at Chez's today, and he was an absolute genius. So we've taken the old pulley off of the original Honda alternator and changed it over to the smaller alternator. So what he's actually done is, because it was the wrong size, so it's too big, we've modified the original one that used to be on here. Basically I'm gonna post up some videos with some audio over the top.
So as you'll know, I'm terrible at explaining stuff, but I'm going to try my best. So this is the old pulley, in which we only needed the back end. So Chez is basically grinding off on the lathe, taking everything off it. This is the new pulley. So what we're doing is we're making a sleeve that fits inside to then fit in the groove that I just pointed at. But we needed to bore out the new pulley, because otherwise the wall of it wouldn't have been thick enough. So here you go, this is it bored out thicker. And then the next video is us pushing it in via the oh, bear with me, there it is.
When it cracks.
And then after that then got laid down again to then fit into the alternator and work.
I've come today. This is my. Check out the bikes, by the way. This is a jog and a elite that I'm going to be finishing hopefully this year. So this is what I've made for my alternator. So this has some adjustment on it. So if I do need to do anything, I can just chuck a couple of washers there. So I'm about to mount this on and see what my line is, and I've got to measure up for a new alternator belt because I need one that's slightly shorter. But I was really happy with this. It's my first time welding something that thick, so actually to get the bends in it, I actually grinded the line out the back, bent it, and then welded back into the gap. I had to get some new nuts for it. bolts even. And this is I didn't make this. This is from the all speed kit. It's the top bit, and I've got the bottom bit. I've just made the bottom bit. So yeah, it's gonna be going onto there. All I need to do to finish the brakes is get one more mount and mount that in there. One more of the God, I can't think today. Basically another one of these, because all the other ones I got didn't fit. And that's that. That's all along there on the back. And then plumb it in for the fueling. I've taken my Genvis off and taken them home because, like I said, it has been broken into. Want myself some drawers. That was a nice little add-on. Yeah, it's just like, and again, another. When I've been down here, I haven't really been doing videos because I just wanted to crack on with it again. But now it's just started raining. I was going to bring my bikes out. But yeah, so you get a rough idea what's going on and where I am. So again, it's just neatening stuff up. So it's just going to bolt this in properly. Them I don't like, so the screws there. It wasn't Wilson's fault. It's just where I want to. It's just me being anal. So I just want to put some nut and bolt on that. What else we got to do? Oh yeah, basically making a battery tray and running the fuel in really. So I've got the pumps and that, they're all in there, bolted to a little, made a little mount for them. Bolting the fuel cell, bolting the swell pot, putting the washer unit and the washer bottle, which I'm probably going to mount here, I reckon. And then that's it, put the front end back on, finish the radiator. And I'm hoping I should be able to run the old ECU to get it booted up. So we'll see how we go. But that is kind of an overall what's we got. Oh, and I've got to do the fuel hose and make up the hose in the back, because obviously I can't get an actual petrol nozzle into it. So I've got to make a little bracket up that's up to a hose and then to a custom. God, why can't I think of what I'm trying to say? Anyway, I'll try and explain it again. But yeah, put the windows in, strap them all in, and then basically go over the whole thing, nut and bolt it, see if everything's tight, and then we'll roll from there. Might get it started. I've got a chap called J-Cal, hopefully doing a start map, so he's going to come down and do all that. But it's just annoying. I'll show you what I mean. So where's me? So I think it was just kids. They didn't nick anything because my fuel pumps and that was sat on the thing, but my door on this was shit. So I basically had to do that. I've strapped that up on the front, but they pulled the door off and my go-kart was out in the middle of the road. But yeah, so that is the plan. So yeah, I hope you stick around. Little update, see what's going on. Thanks for some of the thumbs up and that. It's been cool. Like, again, this was like more for reference for me to go back to really, just to see what I've been up to, like to be able to document it. But I thought I'd like to share stuff on YouTube to get a bit of engagement. But yeah, catch you all soon, take it easy, hope everyone's well and not got too many of the January blues. And yeah, see you later on. Okay, bye.